Good Wednesday morning. I thought I'd start out this week by doing a little quilt along with me vlog. Just kind of some of the stuff that I'm working on, and I thought we could, chat through it. I am right now for the next 2 weeks. I'm only having about 2 days that I have available to sew or to quilt, which is really frustrating for me. But dang kids, we have different doctor's appointments and things, and so I'm really trying to buckle down and get this done. And I am the epitome of the ADHD quilter, so I have a bunch of different projects going at once, and that's just how my brain works. I have to do something and have something in the background, because if I don't, then I get bored doing this project and I can't keep going, so then I can switch to this one. Anyways, that's how my brain works. So I thought I'd just bring you along today, and maybe this will become a weekly thing, and show you what I'm working on today. So to start it off with, I have been working on I'm sure if you've followed my channel at all, you have seen I've been working on the Fancy Forest pattern, and I finished all of the foxes this week, so I plan on diving into the bunnies. I didn't grab any of those, but isn't this such a cute pattern? I had never done an Elizabeth Hartman pattern before, but I absolutely have loved it. So that's what I'm going to be working on, is the bunnies this week. The most tedious part of this pattern is definitely the cutting out. That's the part that has really surprised me. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult to sew. Here, my creaky chair. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult to sew, but it's not been that bad. So I'm going to work on cutting out those bunnies and start piecing those bunnies. I'm also working on a tumbling charms for a client. And that is tumbling. I've heard it called tumbling charms, falling charms. So far, I have got almost all of the squares sewn onto one side. So then what I have to do is I have to trim these apart and iron them. And then I have to sew this same white strip down one other side so that it makes like an L on the sides of the block. I'm making a king size, so there's 144 of those blocks, so it takes a while. So what I probably will end up doing today is I will finish sewing all of these lovelies. The customer asked for sage green and rose and lots of florals, and I am so excited. I think it's going to turn out so well. So today I'm probably going to finish sewing I'm sitting at my sewing machine right now, and I've got my strips. I'm probably going to finish sewing all of those squares onto the strip, possibly get them cut out and ironed. We'll see. And I also am working on 4 different t-shirt quilts. They're all for the same client. I have 3 of the quilts cut out at this point, only 1 more to cut out. So depending on how I feel later in the day, we may finish cutting that out, or we may start cutting out the sashes and the squares. And then I have 4 quilt panels, Christmas panels, loaded into my quilting machine that I am working on quilting out in the thread painting manner. And so if my back starts hurting in my chair, or if I just get bored of sewing, I can go over there, fire up my handy quilter, and quilt out a row or so of that. And sometimes, again, ADHD, my laundry room, I'm not going to show you because this basement is a disaster. My quilt studio is in my basement, and my laundry room is right beside my quilting machine. And then because we have a very small bedrooms in this house, I love the basement, but because we have very small bedrooms in this house, we ended up moving my 13-year-old and my my 13-year-old and my 11-year-old downstairs to the basement. And so it's now, I'm sitting here looking at my 11-year-old's pile of clothes on her bed and trying not to go crazy. But so sometimes I will get up and I'll turn the dryer on to like reheat the clothes in it so that I can hang up my husband's work clothes and stuff. And I'll turn on my handy quilter and do a row while I'm waiting for that to heat up, and then get the clothes out, and then maybe do another row on my handy quilter, and then come back over and finish sewing. It is It's just how my brain works. So tell me, if you have ADHD, is this how your brain works, or are you like a one project person? I used to be much more of a one project person, but like right now, this summer, my ADHD has just been, I'm not medicated, but my ADHD has been just absolutely out of control. And so this is how my brain is functioning, and I'm getting stuff done, and you know, we seem to be doing okay, but it's a little chaos. So yeah, that's how my Wednesday, July 9th is going, and maybe I will make a follow-up video at the end of the week and show completed projects or show how far I am in the projects. But I just thought it'd be fun to sit down and have like a little vlog, have like a little chit chat. But I'd love to hear from you guys if you have ADHD, if you're a one project quilter, if you're a chaos quilter like me. Yeah, I'd love to chit chat with you. Thanks.